Like, they have a lot of other great beer, but this, I don't care for this. And I like the darker stuff. So this would have been right up my alley, but...
It doesn't taste like a dark beer. It tastes like Bud Light or something. I'm sure there are people out there that would dig it, but it's not my cup of tea, or cup of beer, rather.
We're not going to judge or discriminate on your choice of beer preference.
Right. You know, if you like it, then let us know what you guys think. If you dig it and you think we're wrong, tell me. But I'm going to grab a different kind of beer, and we'll be back after this.
And we're back.
All the kids, during this chunk of time when they're learning about the mandrakes, have to put the earphones on. And I remember scrambling for that perfect set of earphones or the perfect microphone or whatever. You don't want the janky one, so all the kids, like, converge together at the same time.
Nobody wanted the busted-ass microscope.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the one that you can see, like, it looks dirty, even though it's really not dirty, but everyone thinks it's the bad one.
Well, in this case, it's pink headphones.
Right. It's fluffy pink headphones.
Or not headphones, earmuffs. They're earmuffs.
We're all wearing headphones.
Yeah.
That's why I think of that.
Different thing.
Right. So once they figure out what mandrakes are and what they look like, they all get sorted into groups to pull them out of the dirt. And this is where they meet Justin Finch Fletchy from Hufflepuff. And he won't shut the fuck up about Lockhart and how he was supposed to go to Ian, but he came here instead because he made his mom read Gildy's books. And they are all just happy to put their earphones on and get to work after that because, come on, Justin, shut up.
Typical work move.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Hey, look, earmuffs. Sorry, dude, got my earbud in. Well, oh well.
Sorry, I gotta do the work thing, you know?
You just don't make eye contact and hope they walk away.
That don't always work, though.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately.
And you have to keep taking it out because they obviously are trying to talk to you. That's annoying.
That's what you do. You sit there and you hold it in your hand, just waiting to put it back in. Like, are you done? Can I put this back in my head? And hopefully they get the hint, but a lot of times they don't.
They all leave herbology sweaty and tired, and they have to clean up before transfiguration, which is interesting because we never know about the bathroom situations really at Hogwarts. Like, we know that they have them, obviously, but like the shower situation has never been made clear.
Nor how much time between classes they have.
Right.
Are they, like, super hustling? Do they got a minute?
I mean, they can't have, like, too short of a time because they have moving fucking staircases and shit.
Right.
You can get caught on the wrong floor, and it's not even going to be your fault.
Time turner.
Once they get to Transfiguration, they have to turn beetles into buttons, and Ron has his broken wand.
I have a thing here. Harry makes it a point when they're getting the stuff that they need about how they stop at Ron's family's vault and there's basically nothing in it. And then they go to Harry's vault and he tries to quickly scramble to get the cash. So, you know, it doesn't make a scene that he's got more money than they do. What stops Harry from sending a anonymous owl to Ron saying, "Surprise, here's a new wand"?
I mean, literally nothing. He could totally be way nicer than he is.
Yeah.
Also, this is one of the things I actually did write down too. This right here is a prime example. If you're going to step in to donate something for a student, this is a good time to do that. Not donating the most expensive brand new broom to the trust fund kid. You should be donating a wand, which is an essential piece of magic learning, to the poor kid. Come on. What the fuck?
Who obviously tried to fix it himself. It
Right.
says he tries to use Spello tape to fix it, and it doesn't really work.
Right.
He should definitely be receiving a wand from the school.
Yeah. And didn't we figure out these were like $50? They're not really that bad.
Yeah, I think so. It was 7 gold galleons.
Yeah, but didn't we, like, break it down? I don't know. We'll have to reference one of our earlier episodes, because we figured out the price of a wand. I remember us
maybe
doing
you're
it.
right, because you're going to give it to an 11-year-old, and shouldn't be that expensive.
Right.
But yeah, Ron should definitely get a new wand after something like this. At least in respect to Harry getting a broom, Ron's wand would be much more necessary.
Right. I don't care if it came from McGonagall's private stash or the school's, like, money fund. Because they obviously have to have a fund for shit like this.
Oh, I'll bet Hogwarts has deep pockets.
Yeah.
Harry could.
Literally,
Just
he
saying.
totally could. He could be like, hey, go up to our room, go in my trunk, just grab some money out, man. Send it to Ollivander's and be like, I need a wand, bro.
I think almost even more so because Harry has never seen money like this before in his life. He's like, dude, it's pretend money. It really doesn't matter, Ron. You can take half of my pile. It's fine. This is all made up anyway. I'm going back to England where we have real money.
Right. And I mean, he's never had money like that before. So you would think he would sympathize with his best friend. Just do it, bud.
Can I just say, not super important, but the magical tape that he uses, I imagine, is the equivalent to, like, Muggle duct tape. Like, that shit will fix everything. But in my head, I picture it as, like, Scotch tape.
Oh, yeah. And probably the uses. People are probably like, just fucking spello tape that shit. I don't know what your problem is. Once they get to lunch, after Ron has smashed all of his beetles with his elbow during Transfiguration, he asks why Hermione has all of Gildy's lessons outlined in hearts. And she gets all weird, and then they go outside, and she just dives into her book, as you would.
Little school crush. Aww.
She got called out.
Yeah. She's like, fuck off, Ron. I'll read my book. This is when we meet Colin Creevey for the first time, which I hate his last name. He's Colin Creepy.
That's what I was thinking, too.
For sure. And he has a camera, and he's asking Harry if he can take a picture so he can prove he's met him. And this was actually a really interesting thing, because this is where he says that someone told him if he develops the photos in the right potions, they're going to move. And it's like super interesting because they have the newspapers, obviously, the Daily Prophet, and all the pictures in there move. And we've talked about how paintings are probably like spelled to capture a chunk of the person's personality and make them a little bit sentient. But the photos are just developed in a potion. So that's like a totally different method of making them move. And I thought that was really interesting because I had never even caught this before, that's how they do that. It's like a potion that's making them do that. Colin asks if one of the other kids can take the photo, and maybe Harry can sign it. And, of course, our resident bully shows up at this point, Draco the Dick, and starts being a dick, as his name implies. I love Colin right here, because he says what we're all thinking, like, fuck you, Draco, you're just jealous. Shut up.
So proud of that little kid, just standing right up to him.
Right. And Ron tells him to eat slugs. And that's when Draco starts in on him. And then he says Weasley would like a signed photo. It would be worth more than his family's whole house. But he was also just giving Harry shit about signing photos. So obviously you think these pictures are worth something.
It was definitely not one of his better comebacks.
No, he's stupid. Gildy shows up and does his whole Gildy thing about, oh, who's giving out signed photos? Blah, blah, blah. I'll take the picture with you, and then we'll both sign it. And he makes it a way bigger deal than it was in the first place.
Well, he had to make it about him.
Of course.
He saw Harry getting attention, and he couldn't let that happen.
Absolutely. He was
Just had to slide in there right quick.
Oh, it's about both of us. You want a picture of both of us. Of course you do. So Gildy leads him back to his class. That's what class they have next, is Defense Against the Dark Arts. And Ron makes a comment about how you better hope Creevy doesn't meet Jenny or they're going to start a fan club. That was funny. Harry's like, don't fucking let Lockhart hear you. And he hides behind his stack of books, which I thought was cute. He was like, fuck this class. I'm just going to sit back here in the back row and hide behind all my books, which is definitely a clever way to do that. So class starts, and Gildy talks about himself more. They do that quick little, maybe not quick, but they do their little quiz. And, of course, Hermione completely aces the quiz. She knows everything about Gildy.
Which, just a quick thing here. I find it Kind of stupid and kind of odd that she would take the time to learn about something that's not really academic. Like, what's the point in knowing all about him except that you, like, I guess have a crush on him and everybody does. But it's really not academic in any way. So it kind of amazes me that she would spend her time on it.
I mean, maybe on one hand, but on the other hand, she's 12 and hormones and handsome teacher.
Hormones.
She's also got that mindset that she has to know everything. And since that was said in the curriculum, I'm sure knowing everything about him was part of it.
True. Yeah.
I did think it was interesting that although his favorite birthday gift would have been Harmony, he also wouldn't say any no to any fire whiskey. Which, I mean, I agree. Get me some fire whiskey, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer bourbon, but yeah.
Alcohol.
Fair point.
Just some fiery alcohol.
Also, his secret ambition is to rid the world of evil and market his own line of hair care potions, which is hilarious.
All that makes me think about is the, like, pageants and every single one of them. World peace.
So Gildy bends down and he grabs a cage, and then what I picture to be in a very dramatic fashion says, "Be warned, I am here to arm you against the foulest creatures. Know only that no harm can befall you while I am here. So just stay calm." And this is super irresponsible teacher level expert. He has what, Cornish pixies?
Yeah.
Freshly caught Cornish pixies.
Freshly caught. Oh, well, those are the best kind.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds not like a bad thing.
I was going to say smart thing to do. No, it wasn't.
No, I mean, pixies, to be honest, I'm picturing, like, Tinkerbell.
Now, I think it's because, and I've actually thought about this, Tinkerbell is a fairy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And fairies are supposed to be nice. Pixies are supposed to be like little bastard cousins of fairies.
Yeah.
Like a sprite.
Yeah.
Like it's, yes. They're assholes.
Yeah.
They're like fairies, but they're dicks.
Yeah. Absolutely. Can you picture Lockhart getting his ass out into a field somewhere to catch some Cornish pixies?
No, I don't see Lockhart outside in general.
I can't say pixies.
No, you can't.
I got it out that time.
Woo!
So, as he reaches for, like, the latch of this cage, he goes, "Don't scream, because it might provoke them." And then everybody holds their breath as he pulls the cover, and they gotta be looking at him like, he's fucking kidding, right? He's not gonna do that in here. And he does.
Yeah. As soon as he opens the cage, all the pixies take off. 2 of them run out the window and break the window and the glass everywhere. 2 of them hang Neville by the chandelier.
Poor Neville.
Poor Neville. And the rest are tearing up the room, spraying the class with ink, tearing books up, just being all around assholes, like Nate said. Within a few minutes, all the kids are hiding.
I imagine this to be, like, just a giant clusterfuck. Like, just some real... It just seems really bad.
I think it's really funny, too, because at this point, this is when Gildy's like, "They're only pixies, right, guys? Ha 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 ha. You guys were all not scared of them a minute ago."
So they're fucking stuff up. So yeah, we are afraid of them, dude. They're causing havoc.
Well, and then he gives them shit, and then he doesn't even seem to know how to control them at all. Because he tries a spell that doesn't work at all, and they just chuck his fucking wand out the window.
Does he have a book on pixies?
Parties with pixies? I don't know.
They really do kind of make him look like an ass at that point.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, they're only pixies, ha ha ha, here we go." And then he's like, "Shit, I don't know anything." The bell rings, most of the kids take off, and Lockhart stops our heroes and is like, "All right, round up the last of them, bye," and takes off.
Where was his logic in thinking that 3 12-year-olds are gonna do better than an adult?
I mean, he had no logic here, because I don't think he caught them in the first place. I don't think he did.
No, clearly he got them from some underground pixie market, and they were already in the cage
Right.
when they came to be.
And so if he didn't have an actual spell or an actual plan to get them back in the cage, I don't know what the fuck he was even thinking in the first